She's the youngest governor in Arkansas's history. She's a legacy Huckabee in the office. But Arkansas hasn't always elected a Republican either, so don't get it twisted. And I'm not saying they're going to turn blue anytime soon. I mean, Bill Clinton's from Arkansas. Let's not forget about that. And so I just personally don't see Sarah abandoning the state of Arkansas in the middle of her first governor term. Talk of a VP is starting to circulate again. So we're going to read through this, and I'm going to tell you what I think and all this other kind of stuff. So, all right, here we go. This is from Trending Politics. As former President Donald Trump considers a number of candidates in search of a potential running mate, a new dark horse candidate has emerged as a strong possibility, according to a report from the New York Times. According to reports, sources close to Trump have stated that Senator Tom Cotton from Arkansas, not Sarah Huckabee Sanders, is quickly becoming a top contender for the role. Three sources who wish to remain anonymous told the outlet that Trump values Cotton's ability to communicate policy and his consistency. However, Trump has hinted at a number of different names throughout the campaign cycle. Though he has kept his process relatively secret despite a few teases, the former president has ruled out former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, though he has left the door open for a potential cabinet position after she opted to endorse his campaign last week. He did not open the door. He straight up said, yeah, she's going to be in the cabinet. She's going to be in the administration. She's going to be something. And again, people get mad. This is politics. Remember what I said? I said all she's got to do is simply endorse Trump, and then it'll be like it never happened. And this is politics, and people get all bent out of shape. They're like, how could he? How could this is politics, bro?
Well,
politics.
It does.
How do you win over her? Go ahead.
It does surprise me a little bit because I mean she was just full out blasting him for everything he was doing, and it does surprise me that he.
Remember what she said, that she would appeal to him to appeal to her voters, because she did get millions of votes.
That's true. That's true.
How do you do that?
Yep.
Oh, she'll be in the cabinet. She'll be in my administration. Like, don't you want that?
Yep.
Like the people that voted for Nikki, don't you want her in the administration? Don't you want her in D.C. doing something for you? Don't you want? That's how you do it. I mean, that's how you do it. All right, back to the article. Anyway, let's see here. All right. Previous reports have named additional Republican presidential candidates, including North Dakota's Governor Doug Burgum. I have heard that. Businessman Vivek, it's never going to happen. Senator Tim Scott, I hope not. Not that I necessarily have anything against Tim Scott. I just don't see it. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, never going to happen. Former U.S. Representative Tulsi Gabbard, which, again, Tulsi's always been nice to me. All right, me and Tulsi have a good relationship. 3.5 years ago, she was running for president as a Democrat. So I think she needs a little bit more time. And has she officially become a Republican?
Has she?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, and comment in the chat if you know this to be fact. Has she officially adopted the Republican Party? Because I don't remember seeing anything of her going. I remember her coming out saying she's leaving the Democrat Party.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I don't remember anything going. She's tagging into the Republican Party. I don't remember seeing anything like that. And so I'm not on the Tulsi Gabbard chain. Elise Stefanik, nope. The presumptive Republican nominee recently told reporters that his pick can be expected sometime around the Republican National Convention in July. Like Trump, Cotton has refused to get into details when asked about the possibility of serving as vice president. I suspect only Donald Trump knows who is really on his short list, the senator said in a statement. When we do talk, we talk about what is going on and what it's going to take to win this election in November, to elect President Trump to another term in the White House and elect a Republican Congress, so we can begin to repair the damage that Joe Biden's presidency has inflicted on this country. All right. So
Grant, what about Kristi Noem? What happened to her?
I still think Kristi Noem is in the short list. I think she's got a little bit of bad press with the whole dog thing right now. But I still think she's on. Here's why I don't think it's Senator Tom Cotton. Because then you would be taking another Republican senator out of the Senate.
True. Yeah.
of an already tight race,
Yep.
and then you got to win another Senate seat. Like I don't see him picking anyone that's in Congress for this. And maybe I'm wrong, but there's a very good chance that we do not win the House in 24. Very good chance. I don't see him taking anybody out of the House. And the Senate is deadlocked. I don't see him taking anybody out of the Senate. You know, people say J.D. Vance and all this other stuff. I don't think that's a very strategically smart move, because then you got to go win another election and hope that a Republican takes that thing. I think it's somebody that is not in Congress. That's what I think, which leaves open the door. South Dakota is going to elect a Republican governor. They're going to. You see what I'm saying? Like those are safer bets, in my opinion. And comment below and let me know what you think. But I don't see it. I've heard somebody say Devin Nunes, and we'll flip this table if it's Devin Nunes. But I don't believe it. I still think it's going to be a woman. I do.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Sarah Huckabee. Myself, that's just my opinion. That's what I'm hoping on. That's my wishful thinking there. I know she's a new governor in Arkansas and whatnot, but she's grown up around politics with her dad.
I love Sarah. Me and Sarah are good friends. This article says, could Sarah Huckabee Sanders become Donald Trump's VP? To your point, Tony, the youngest U.S. governor and former press secretary is ex-Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee's daughter, and has had a rocky relationship with the media. Why that's important, I don't know. Okay, so there are people who are saying that Sarah could be a good pick. I love Sarah. I don't see Sarah abandoning the people of Arkansas in the middle of her first term. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see her doing that. She's the youngest governor in Arkansas's history. She's a legacy Huckabee in the office. But Arkansas hasn't always elected a Republican either, so don't get it twisted. And I'm not saying they're going to turn blue anytime soon. I mean, Bill Clinton's from Arkansas. Let's not forget about that. And so I just personally don't see Sarah abandoning the state of Arkansas in the middle of her first governor term. I don't see it. And maybe I'm just not thinking clearly. I just know Sarah. And I know the people of Arkansas spend a lot of time there. I just think that they would view that as a betrayal, because people are waking up. People are understanding politics more today. People understand that your governor is more important than your president in the state. It just is, because your governor can tell the president to go get bent. I don't know. I don't see Sarah doing it. But maybe I'm wrong. Again, my thoughts are it's nobody that's currently in DC, the House or the Senate, because it's too thin of a chance for us to take the House and the Senate. I mean, if we want a clean sweep of the presidency, the House, and the Senate, everybody that's currently in the House and the Senate has to stay there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we can take a chance on, I mean, maybe Tom Cotton, maybe because it's Arkansas, maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe that's safe to get another Republican in there. But if I'm Donald Trump, I wouldn't want to risk it. Because if Donald Trump gets there and we lose the House and the Senate, like, you can't do anything.
Right.
Like, you can't do anything in the first place. So I don't know.
Well, I mean,
maybe I'm missing it. I just don't see that.
I don't think you're wrong. I mean, I see all the points you're making, and you make a great argument why you don't think it's Sarah. And my wishful thinking is just that in that article it says she has a thirst for politics, which is what we need in Washington to back up Trump. Because obviously, I mean, we have Kamala in there, and she's as dumb as a doorknob. So, you know, we need people in there that are all like-minded, that want to put the country back first. And she seems to me, she's always been very, very attractive as a person in politics, because she reminds me of like a no-nonsense principal of a school that is also approachable. That is also
principal of a school.
Yeah, who's also approachable. Like, you don't want to mess with her, but if you do have a problem, you can go to her and she will work with you to try to fix whatever's going on.
Yeah, I love Sarah. Like me and Sarah have been friends for a while now. Hang on. Me and Sarah have been friends for a while now, but again, I don't see her abandoning the people of Arkansas in the middle of her first term. I just don't see it.
Well, who's if she were to accept the nomination for VP, what would happen to Arkansas? Would they have to do?
They'd have to have a special
election.
Yeah, they would. It would put the governor. I'll have to check. I want to believe it would put her governor's seat on the ballot for 2024. And they would have like a super quick, I mean, or maybe they have an interim for, I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Lieutenant governor or something?
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe the lieutenant governor takes over for a bit. But if he selects in July, you could have theoretically a special runoff election for a governor. And then you would imagine that whoever gets the endorsement from Sarah would be like the shoe-in,
right,
to be in there. But again, my point is, I don't know if I see her abandoning her first term. I just don't know. I just don't know if I see it. But maybe I'm wrong.